Listen. Have you ever noticed that when someone close to you is in real pain, you feel a kind of pressure in your own chest? A kind of ache? It's not magic. It's mirror neurons. A kind of hardwiring in our brains that pulls the suffering of others into us, however faintly. Now, imagine if we could understand that connection directly, completely, deeply. Not as a guess, but as a genuine feeling. What if the most profound cybernetic upgrade wasn't about seeing in the dark or lifting cars, but about finally, truly, feeling the heartbeat of another human being? This is the quiet truth about cybernetic body upgrades. We keep painting it in chrome and laser lights, a future of super soldiers and optimized workers. But that's not the heart of it. The real frontier, the one that makes my breath catch, is infinitely more tender. It's not about becoming less human. It's about becoming human together. In ways we've only ever dreamed in our oldest poems and our loneliest prayers. We are, each of us, born into a kind of solitary confinement. We are locked inside our own skulls. We scream our feelings with words that are just clumsy, approximate symbols. I'm heartbroken. I'm overjoyed. I'm terrified. But words are just the shadows of the actual storm happening inside us. We spend our lives pressing our hands against the glass walls of other people's consciousness, trying to see in, trying to be let in. We fail, more often than we succeed. My grandmother, in her last years with dementia, retreated behind a wall none of us could scale. We could see the confusion in her eyes, a flicker of fear, sometimes a ghost of recognition. But the her we knew, the woman who told stories, who remembered my childhood jokes, was in a room we couldn't enter. We held her hand, and it was just a warm, fragile hand. The connection felt like a whisper when we needed a shout. That's the fundamental human tragedy. The disconnect. We carry invisible universes within us: pain, love, memory, the scent of rain on childhood soil, and we have only a telegraph system to send reports about them. We build technology to bridge physical distance. Video calls, instant messages. But it only highlights the emotional distance. You see a pixelated smile, but you don't feel the warmth. You read "I'm fine," and you have no idea if it's true. Our tools have become bridges to everywhere, except to the one place we most desperately want to go, into the inner world of another person we love. So let's walk away from the hype of the tech expos. Close your eyes. Imagine a different morning, perhaps 20 years from now. You wake up feeling a low, gray anxiety. It's just there, a shapeless weight. Instead of fumbling for words to tell your partner, you simply reach for their hand. You both chose, years ago, to install a modest, intimate upgrade, a biometric link. It doesn't broadcast thoughts. It doesn't share images. It's far more subtle, and far more profound. It translates foundational emotional and physiological states. As your fingers intertwine, a permissions check flashes softly in your vision, a conscious, consensual yes from both of you. And then, through gentle, haptic pulses in your palm and a soft, empathetic color shift in the edge of your vision, your partner feels the contour of your anxiety. Not the cause, not the noisy thoughts, just the emotional weather itself, a slow, deep pulse like distant thunder, a cool hue of indigo. And in return, you feel their response, a steady, rhythmic counterpulse, warm like sunlight, a grounding, amber glow. No words were needed. The wall, for a moment, became a window. You were understood at the level of your nervous system. You were not alone with the gray weight. This is the future. A future where a child on the autism spectrum, overwhelmed by the cacophony of a classroom, can share their sensory flood with a parent or teacher through a linked interface. The adult doesn't just hear about it, they experience a calibrated echo of that overwhelming data stream, the screech of chairs magnified, the flicker of lights intensified. And in that shared understanding, born not of theory but of felt experience, the right accommodation isn't a guess anymore. It's an act of compassion. Imagine a therapist who can sense the rising tide of panic in a patient before the patient even recognizes it themselves, guiding them back to calm with a precision that was previously impossible. Think of a musician, their auditory cortex enhanced, not just to hear perfect pitch, but to feel music as a physical landscape, and then using a neural composer to translate that landscape so others can step into it. Art becomes less about expression and more about shared experience. But here is the twist, the beautiful, terrifying catch. This technology, in making us more connected, will also make us more vulnerable than we have ever been. We have spent millennia building personas. Armor. The polite smile when we're hurt. The confident voice when we're shaking inside. We edit ourselves. These upgrades could shred that armor entirely. If you can share your emotional state, you cannot easily lie about it. Your controlled facade crumbles. What happens to diplomacy? To polite society? To the small, white lies that sometimes grease the wheels of human interaction? My prediction is this: the ultimate cybernetic upgrade will not be a piece of hardware you buy. It will be a skill you cultivate. The skill of emotional courage. The bravery to be seen in your raw, unfiltered state. The integrity to handle the raw, unfiltered state of another with reverence and care. We will need a new etiquette. A new poetry for consent. May I share with you, will become a question as intimate as a touch. I am not in a place to receive will be a boundary honored without offense. The black market won't deal in strength mods. It will deal in filters and blockers and persona software that lets you fake calm, simulate confidence, project a curated emotional landscape. The ultimate luxury will be the privilege of being offline, of having a feeling that is yours and yours alone. But the ultimate connection will be the choice to go fully online with someone you trust. To say, here is my chaos. Do you wish to witness it? This path forces us to answer the oldest human questions with new urgency. What is intimacy? What is self? If I can feel your sorrow as my own, where do I end and you begin? We might rediscover ancient truths, that we are not isolated islands, but a network. That empathy is not just a metaphor, but a potential physiological state. The goal is not to create a world of mind readers. It is to create a world of heart witnesses. The upgrade is not in the silicon and biogel. The upgrade is in the quality of our attention, amplified by the technology. It makes the invisible, visible. The unfelt, felt. So we must guide this not with the ethics of engineers, but with the wisdom of poets, of philosophers, of grandparents. We must build in off-ramps to our humanity the sacred, unmediated touch of skin on skin, the quiet solitude of a walk in the woods with no data stream, the joy of a secret kept only in the vault of your own heart. Which brings me to you. To the silent, private longing you might carry. Beyond all the flashy promises of speed and memory and strength, there is a quieter, deeper need. The need to be truly known. The need to truly know another. So here is my question, the one I want you to carry, if you had the chance to use such a connection to bridge that fundamental human loneliness just once, to fully share one hidden piece of your inner world with one person, living or gone, what would you share? And who would you choose to share it with? The story of our future bodies is not written in code. It is written in the choices of our present hearts. Let's choose carefully. Let's choose kindly. Please subscribe our channel.